You have failed this city.
Yeah, more like you have failed this channel. Hello, citizens of YouTube. Mr. IncrediBell, back from my LA vacation. Did you miss me? I gotta tell you, this trip was awesome. And while I was there, I made it to Disneyland, of course. And while I was at Disney, this happened. Yeah, Mr. IncrediBell and Mr. Incredible. But that's not all. This happened too. But more on all of that later when I do a show and tell on a toy I picked up while I was at Disney. For now though, let's take a look at this. The Air Warriors Vampire Hunter Crossbow by BuzzBee Toys. Those of you that have seen my Arsenal video know that I'm a fan of the bow or the crossbow style blasters. In fact, on a recent shopping trip, I saw a Nerf Outbreaker bow, which I plan to pick up to add to my collection. And I'm definitely looking forward to this new Nerf Dreadbolt coming out soon. But back to the Vampire Hunter Crossbow by BuzzBee. I picked this crossbow style blaster up at a local Ross store for $12.99. Included in the package was the blaster body, 2 crossbow arms, each of which needed to be snapped into place. Assembly was pretty easy. The bow arms have little bumps on them that correspond with the notches on the blaster, so it's just a matter of snapping them into place. They will click firmly when fitted correctly. Then pull the elastic bands back and fasten the looped end of the band over the hook on the body of the blaster. Repeat for the other side, and you have a fully assembled blaster. Also included with the blaster are 6 really cool suction cup tip darts. And what I really like about these darts is that they look like wood, you know, for vampire slaying. When I saw the darts in the package, I thought perhaps they just had a decal over them to give them the appearance of being made of wood. But the foam of the dart itself is dyed to look like wood grain through and through. It makes for a really neat effect and was pretty well thought out by BuzzBee. However, the downside is if these darts get lost, I don't see any way to replace this particular style of faux wood dart. I searched online to see if they were sold separately from the blaster, and I couldn't find them available anywhere. However, this blaster is completely compatible with Nerf darts, and I think it looks pretty cool with the Zombie Strike series of darts in it. Loading the crossbow blaster is simply a matter of placing 6 darts into the cylinder at the front of the crossbow blaster. Then, when you're ready to fire, just like the famous vampire hunter Van Helsing himself, just pull the handle at the back of the crossbow directly back. This action also cocks the blaster and pulls the elastic bands back, and then as you can see, while the blaster functions fine, the color doesn't lend itself well to green screening. Firing this blaster only takes 1 pump. I found you can get a little bit more dart distance by pumping it twice, but anything more than 2 pumps isn't effective as the blaster just seems to release the additional air pressure through a safety release valve. Also, the bands don't do anything related to the performance, and they're just there for looks. So, 1 pump and pull the trigger. Overall, it's a fun crossbow style blaster, but it certainly isn't practical for Nerf wars. It's wide, so it's difficult to maneuver it indoors or from cover. It's a good blaster for plinking around the house, and it might be good for a cosplayer looking for a crossbow style functioning blaster.
shoots well enough, but the color's all wrong if you ask me.
But if you're looking for a reliable battle-ready blaster, this would not be my first choice. Again, it's okay for plinking around in the house, and it has enough range for backyard outdoor play. It's just not consistent enough or fast enough with its rate of fire or its reload time. That's all I've got for this episode. I hope this review helps you determine whether this particular blaster is worth your hard-earned money. If so, you can shop your local Ross if you have one, or follow the Amazon link in the description, provided they are still available from Amazon. Until the next episode of Show and Tell, play safe.
Kyra, you have failed this city.